Hi, this is Tate again, but you can call me JC. Please welcome back to my channel. I'm a Vietnamese office worker and I've been learning Chinese for about 6 months. I'm used to listen to Chinese for like 7 days a week, 6 hours a day, everywhere, anytime I could. I'm listening while I'm doing my makeup, getting ready for work, doing break before sleep, and also while I'm sleeping. Because if you want to learn the new language, you need to spend time, listen to it as much as possible, and you will learn it faster. And of course, I followed this advice, and this were actually the hardest part. I get anxious. The true words, I cannot understand the more thing I hear. Sometimes it's not even a single word. How hard I can't? But wait, hold on. There's nothing impossible. Let's try new method. And sound is really interesting. Watching Chinese movies. I decided to watch with you because I'm already watched this before. And now I watch this over and over again because I believe that if I spend time, what is enough time, I would eventually understand everything.
潘主任，我觉得不对啊。
You can hear he says, what did he say? 我觉得不对, isn't he? But honestly, I don't think that watching movies is the good way for a beginner like I am.
你说什么？
Actually, movies are meant for native speaker. And of course, the speed is too fast and vocabulary too difficult. Instead of helping, I think it can make the beginner like I am feel more frustrated. That's when I realized something important. Listening at the right level matters more than listening a lot. Hey, but do you mean that we need to listen to a textbook? No, but this is actually what I'm struggling. Because listening to the textbook is extremely boring. I wanted to find a podcast with a real natural tone of voice, like the way people actually speak it every day, or like in Friends. Some podcasts sound natural, but the level too high, I cannot follow. But the some of podcasts at my level, but they spoke kinda too slowly. It took me a while to find my favorite podcast to listen every day. But everything changed when I found 每天中文. If I hadn't found this channel, I would never have believed that SHKE or XSKR could create such a long and interesting video conversations like that. When I listen to it, actually I feel like I'm kind of smart because I don't need Vietnamese subtitle to understand the whole conversations. In the kind of video for beginner like SKE or SKR level, they mostly use the basic words, but they also add the high level words and even idioms. What I love is the way they explain. Their video was like the conversation between two. If one person use a difficult word, the other immediately asks, what does it mean? Or in Chinese, they're gonna say 这个字是什么意思? After that, they will explain this by using the really simple Chinese. So that's the reason why I don't need to pause in the middle of the video and use dictionary. First of all, I will watch this video one time to get to know the whole conversation. And the second time, I will take down the note and practice speaking. Let's get started. 现在我找到了我最喜欢的博客，它的名字是每天中文。一起练中文的时候，我真的觉得非常紧张，因为有的说得太快，有的用很多的生词我听不懂，所以我一直努力找到我最喜欢的博客。从第一次听中每天中文，我就迷上了它。第一，他们说话的不慢也不快；第二，用生词的时候，他们会用很简单的例子来解释；第三，他们聊的话题很有意思。现在我觉得每天多听一点，是我可以做到的事情。时间长了，我希望我的汉语越来越好。And that's it. I'm not here to teach anyone because I'm struggling too. I'm just someone who learning and I want to share my experience and also recording my growth journey. I hope that we can work through this language learning journey together. I hope you can enjoy my video, and if you have another tips, please comment below to let me know. Thank you. See you next time.